Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to First Game of the Day, Episode 7. We have hit, I guess, our first milestone. We are at episode... We've hit a week here at First Game of the Day, and we're playing some NBA Jam on Fire Edition. You have to say it close to that, and hopefully I'll be able to play the game audio loud enough so we can hear the commentator go boom shakalaka at some point, because that is just the ultimate greatest thing in this game. But the thing I wanted to talk about today, and the reason I kind of chose basketball, Tim Duncan is not making a run. All right, we'll feed Timmy in the post. And he got blocked by Evan Turner. And the reason I kind of chose basketball, and actually just chose a sports game in general, is because I wanted to talk about something that I've had for a long while, and that's nicknames. And just kind of how randomly they'll start. Jason Richardson just hit a 3 right in my face. But I just find it so funny, like, so I guess my first ever nickname, I could say, or something that I was called that wasn't my actual name, was when I played basketball. One of my favorite players, I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, but one of my favorite players who wasn't a San Antonio Spur was Peja Stojakovic. And there was a short time there when I played, I was called Peja. I'll give you one guess, because I was a knockdown three-point shooter, you know, something light. I absolutely lost all touch and all credibility in basketball shortly thereafter. So nothing like, once again, as I've said before, I think in one of the videos, classic peaking in middle school. To me at the buzzer! Let's go! But that was kind of really my first ever nickname, I would say, given to me in a sporting sense. In a life sense, my cousin thought of this wonderful nickname for me, Rybread, which, as you guys have seen, is part of my gamer tag. It's stuck with me. People call me Rybread. People called me Rybread at college. So, like, it was definitely something that still is with me, and I'm still called that. As Jason Richardson continues to cause massive havoc on these three-pointers. But then you have some weird nicknames. Not that Rybread's a normal nickname by any stretch of the imagination, but I've had some weird ones in my time. So when I played baseball, there was one year where, as I got older, I joined a travel team. And the reason I joined the travel team is the, you know, the classic reason of, like, you know, want to start playing potentially better players, all that jazz. You know, improve upon your playing. And so this team was pretty. The reason I say that is because the team is pretty serious, right? Like, it's not meant to be a joke around team. Tim Duncan is just causing massive havoc in this game right now, and I can't play defense on my guy. But it's meant to be a serious team and everything like that. So you would expect I don't know how to word it. Not that it'd be tougher, but, you know, maybe you'd get some people who wouldn't be as willing to joke around and have a good time. But that was the polar opposite. That team was fun as can be. And so as the season went along, though, I'm a pitcher when I played. So when I pitched, they would, you know, they'd want to cheer me on or stuff like that. And what happened was they didn't know my name. I'm a very shy person when it comes to, like, you know, actually talking and stuff like that. So I didn't talk that much. They didn't know my name. So when I pitched, they didn't know who to cheer for because they didn't know my name. So as the season goes, or I'm sorry, as that first outing goes, as I'm out there pitching, this kid in center field gets the bright idea to go, let's go Fred. So what did everybody else do? Started calling me Fred. So I'm getting cheered for as Fred. That's my new baseball name. And the inning ends. I get out of the inning. We come back into the dugout. And the kid goes to me, he goes, sorry, but I just called you Fred. I was like, that's all right, man. You know, whatever. He goes, all right, so I'm going to keep calling you Fred. I'm like, all right, cool. So for that whole season, I was Fred, to the point where I literally had a coach come in, and when I was called in to pitch, he said Fred. And everybody started laughing because they didn't, like, he didn't understand that it was a joke. He actually thought my name was Fred. But, as just like with everyone else, after he learned my actual name, he then continued to call me Fred. So it didn't matter. I was Fred on that team. And you know what's funny, too? A little side note to that story. When you get, like, the random moment. I don't know if anything you've done in your time when you were younger and you have met random people from other towns and stuff like that. One of the kids on that team now has like 500,000 Instagram followers. And he's super famous on TikTok. And I didn't... It's just crazy. Like, he was really funny, and he put it to good use, because now he's got sponsorship deals, and he makes great content, and he's been partnered with the NFL and stuff like that for only a video, not like anything crazy. But it's still nuts, like what he's done, and it's just so cool to see. Because it was like I played baseball with him, and yes, he was pretty good. Oh no! I want to pass. Oh my gosh! I wanted to pass there. It looks like Manu just jumped into the air and handed it to Timmy. Oh, that was a bad shot from Edmonton. Why is Jason Richardson the greatest rebounder? But yeah, those were kind of just my nicknames. I was called Rybread. I was called Fred. Tim Duncan's pushing over Evan Turner, and I can't pass him the ball. Oh, Timmy on the putback! He's nuts. But yeah, it's those weird things. I'm always curious, like, what were other people called? There's the I always think of whatchamacallit. Oh, I'm gonna forget the movie. That's so upsetting. I'm not gonna remember the movie. I'm just gonna keep posterizing people with Tim Duncan. But I'm always curious what people's nicknames are. Some make no sense, like mine when it comes to Fred. Others have nicknames that they've been called forever. But that'll wrap it up here. We end with a 44-32 W over the 76ers. Timmy had 30 with 12 blocks and 6 shoves. What an animal. Until next time, everyone, be well.